It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Steelers and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here. Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers, Baker Mayfield of the Browns.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise, and that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. Ray McCloud to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the controls since 2004. Six-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And it's not out of the question. It's not out of the realm at all to wonder if this might be the final season for Big Ben, either in a Steeler uniform or in the NFL period. He re-signed back in March saying, "It's my greatest honor to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and give my all for the organization." Had a big year in 2020, 33 touchdowns, just 10 interceptions, and led the Steelers to an 11-0 start. You have to think that he would love to end his career the way Peyton Manning and John Elway did, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and heading off into the sunset.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Quick slant finding Claypool. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And 2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round in Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already, and now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there, finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive, now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turnovers, and led the Browns to a playoff victory for the first time since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mayfield on play action. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Signed in the offseason, Jadeveon Clowney. Everywhere he goes, people expect to see what we just saw. Him chasing quarterbacks and putting them on the deck. He's been around in this league a number of different places, but in each spot, the expectation is that he may get double-digit sacks.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
A nice throw there by Mayfield, a guy who really reemerged as the season and later the playoffs went on last year. What are defenses trying to do against him?
Well, the first thing defenses want to do is use his emotion against him because he's such a passionate player that sometimes he comes up really hyped up and the ball might sail a little bit early. But as the game settles in, The next part is make sure you chip away at his timing, put the pressure on him so maybe his feet don't get quite set, and then he's not able to be as accurate as he normally is.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, Felton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, 11-yard pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. And bulldozing his way through. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. It's Harris. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle. I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Roethlisberger will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Jarvis Landry now in his 4th year with Cleveland, a 5-time Pro Bowler. No one plays harder in the league, and he's only missed 1 game in 7 years. He does what he always does, makes a nice catch there.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Mayfield. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
And the Steelers normally have a good offensive line protecting Big Ben. They allowed just 14 sacks all of last year, the lowest total in the NFL. But in this one, they've given up 2 sacks already.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Mayfield. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
And in his second year in Cleveland after 4 in Atlanta, Austin Hooper always does all he can to build some rapport with his quarterback. He did it with Baker Mayfield last year. Expects it to continue to rise here in 2021.
A first down throw for Mayfield. His throw incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Handoff comes to Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd and a couple, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play fake, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
But Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. 4th down, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Mayfield now. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Browns add on to their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. McLeod now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run the counter. It's Harris, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 39 yards there, a big one.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing, Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters, and that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spotlight.
And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 24, Mayfield. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Sutton, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That's it, baby. We got punt.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, for Ben Roethlisberger, he had the elbow reconstruction back in 2019, but he does not appear to have lost much at all, as that was a rocket.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the 1st time in a long time, and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the 1st time after the 2020 campaign.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the 1st half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And again, it's Chubb. He can't get him down. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
A give running right is Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. Touchdown! Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. McLeod now on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
This is Harris. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, this is Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On second and 9, Roethlisberger.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 24.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Now it's Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown.
Come on, guys.
Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Let's go. Let's go.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. A first down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second down at 4. Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield on the move to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That one caught by Felton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mayfield to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Running the jet sweep, Landry, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. McLeod now on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And Deontay Johnson has seen his share of targets increase in his first 2 years in the league. And last year, finished with 88 catches. Continuing to work on grabbing everything that comes his way. A nice catch there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
7 yards to pick up there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Felton. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Browns on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. McLeod now on the return. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check, 3's the mark.
Mayfield on play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by McLaughlin is up. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand. Black 20. 51. 3 bucks.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Quick completion here to Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 36 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Boswell for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jarvis Landry and company heading back onto the field now. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. On first down, Felton. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.